Back when we were in England researching Thailand, I found out about Chiang Mai. Chiang Mai is the art hub of Thailand, and I didn't think I could come back to England without visiting it. Our journey starts out with us eating dinner. We got our favourite Indian takeaway. I know everyone talks about Thai food, but there is a big Indian community in Thailand, and we really like their butter curry. So we kept ordering that. We thought we'd have it for one last time before leaving Bangkok. I woke up super early and started packing. I managed to fit in a bit of uni work as well, and then I got ready for the day.
That's a big up friend Ira.
Finally, we decided to book the place we were actually staying in Chiang Mai and the train. But then we ran into some problems. The government website for the trains wasn't accepting our cards as payment, and we couldn't settle on where we wanted to stay in Chiang Mai. We made possibly the worst decision we could and decided to just leave it. I suggested we go to a breakfast buffet in the Bioki Sky Hotel because I wanted some overpriced fruit, and Daniel really liked the buffet. Right. After breakfast, we did a bit more speedy packing and we ended up leaving our Airbnb an hour and a half late.
I swear the floor's like bent. This is so heavy.
We sat down in the lobby for attempt 2 of booking the train, but everything still kept going wrong. The system wasn't accepting our payment and we had to book it through a different website which was much more expensive. Every time we refreshed it, there'd be less and less seats, and eventually there were no sleeper seats left, so we had to book the seated ones, and they were not even close to each other. We immediately regretted our decision. The plane to Chiang Mai is only 1 hour, and the train is 15. And the carriage we booked had no aircon. Eventually we came to terms with the train and decided to make the most of our last 6 hours in Bangkok. We wanted to leave our bags somewhere, but all the lockers charged per bag, and we had quite a few. So we decided to book a really cheap Airbnb.
It's 8.
804. Well, put it in.
Oh, no.
Hold it like that. Oh, not too shabby. It's cozy.
Oh, yeah.
Double bathroom and a window.
That's really nice. I really like it.
It actually worked out really well, and this was overall a good decision. All seemed to be going far too well. We got a taxi to the station, and we didn't have a huge amount of time, but it should be enough, right? Well, in the taxi there, Daniel double-checked our ticket, and we were going to the wrong station. The train arrived at the station we were going to much earlier, and that's even if we got led on with the wrong tickets. We literally had to run to the station and jump into an almost moving train, but we made it. Apparently we sat down in the wrong seats because the carriage we booked was a second class seater and we sat in the third class seater, so security moved us to where we were meant to be sat and we got separated. I sat next to a really lovely lady and I slept pretty well, all things considered. I was kind of like in a really weird position because I was trying to put my legs over my bag, which wasn't the most comfortable, but it was a lot better than I expected. In the morning, the train began to grow less and less crowded, and the lady I was sat with realized that Daniel didn't have anyone near him, so she gestured for me to move there. And the last couple hours were pretty chill, and in general, the journey was much better than we expected. The train was very loud though. And we felt really relieved when we finally got off the train. We immediately got some food, mainly to use the free Wi-Fi, and made the final leap to our apartment.
Sick.
Camping is prohibited.
You hear that?
Overall, I would say the journey was not as bad as I expected. A 15-hour train sounds awful, but it was actually really relaxing and we got to see practically the whole of Thailand through the windows. Despite not having aircon, the open windows and the very flimsy fan seemed to do the job, even though it was all very loud. That was the main difference between the seater and the sleeping carriage which we took on the way back. It was just much more quiet, and we managed to make the most out of the next day because we actually got some really good sleep. So if you can, I would recommend booking the sleeper rather than the sitting down one, but it was a more interesting experience for sure. But yeah, have you ever been on a Thai train, and what was that like for you? Please let me know, and see you later. Bye.